As every Naruto fan knows, the sign of being a rogue ninja is the line carved across the village's symbol that is engraved on their forehead proctor. Some rogue ninja go rogue for ideological reasons, and others go rogue for committing heinous crimes against their villages. However, as we all know, not every rogue ninja is created equally, especially when you look at the case of Itachi Uchiha. In today's video, I plan to share with you all Itachi's intimate and depressing thoughts on what it meant to be a rogue ninja. In the Akatsuki Heathen novel, Evil Flowers in Full Bloom, we are given snapshots of each of the Akatsuki teams in chapters that humanize their characters. In the chapter that focuses on the relationship between Itachi and Kisame, we're given a very small glimpse into how each man feels about the status of being a rogue ninja. As you recall, both men betrayed their comrades each had grown very close to in the years before killing them. It's in the portion of the chapter where the scope is very closely placed on to Itachi that we find out just how Itachi still held on to his pride of being a Konoha shinobi, but also how being a rogue ninja caused his heart great pain. What I'll do for you all now is read a few select portions from the novel and then go back to you guys with a full breakdown and analysis, and it's here that I'm going to begin quoting. They had entered the cave to escape the night dew. From there, a man withdrew in the cold breeze with a cloak where red clouds floated. His black hair also swayed. Unlike his cloak, there were no clouds in the sky, and a round moon floated above. Both eyes that captured the moonlight were his red Sharingan. The man looked up at the moon and slowly touched his forehead. His proof of being a ninja of his village, his headband, engraved, was the mark of Konoha, and yet there was a wound cut very horizontally through Konoha's mark, the proof of being a missing ninja, Uchiha Itachi. It was this very man, the genius of the ancient and honorable Uchiha clan, that now saw himself as a family-killing traitor. However, there was something that even Itachi, who had cut off all connection, couldn't cut away. His younger brother, Sasuke, the little brother who was so deeply hurt, split in two, like Konoha's mark on his forehead. He especially remembered the day of this month. He had halted the Uchiha coup d'etat, and that was the day that it was covered in Uchiha blood. The bond of affection between Itachi and Sasuke now turned Sasuke's bond of hatred towards Itachi, yet it was a very complex link. Itachi had induced it. His way of life was the shinobi's path, carrying sin, such as wearing dishonor in the same way that he carries the Akatsuki's garments. End quote. So there's a bit of symbolism that needs to be unpacked here. Going all the way back to the passage that I read, the author chooses the word wound to describe the mark cut across Itachi's forehead proctor. Just after Itachi refers to himself as a shinobi and being from Konoha, it shows the pain that Itachi still feels all these years later after having massacred the Uchiha clan. It's also very telling that he compares wearing the Akatsuki cloak to that of carrying a sin and of being one who wears dishonor openly. Another thing that is important to take note of is the usage of setting that comes into play here. The author wrote Itachi as being in a cave, which shows him retreating into his mind, into his inmost thoughts, just as he and Kisame retreated to the cave for the night. It's in the moments just before we sleep that we're alone with our thoughts, some of them good and some of them bad. Going a step further, Itachi is written as being in a dark environment where only the moonlight illuminates the path before him. This again is another usage of setting to further establish Itachi's character. The symbolism can be broken down as such. Itachi's path as a ninja, which was to protect the village by any means, requires him to live in the darkness. Itachi's current life can be described as being the darkness that's around him. The moon would be the hidden leaf village. As we all know, the moon cannot create light of its own. Instead, it must reflect the light that's cast off by the sun. The moon is just an empty husk that floats around in the sky, just as the village is nothing without the people who populate it. For Itachi, the moonlight symbolizes the village, which illuminates the path that he walks to carry out his ninja way. The sun is going to be Sasuke Uchiha. For Itachi, almost everything he did as a rogue ninja can be boiled down to Sasuke's well-being. In this novel, as well as the second Itachi Shinden novel, Midnight, Itachi thinks of Sasuke as being young and bright bright and full of hope for the future. It's why in the manga, Itachi told his father that he's entrusting the legacy of the Uchiha clan to Sasuke being back in the village, and one day restoring honor to his clan is why Itachi mustered through each day as a rogue ninja, even though doing so arguably broke his heart. This is where the light that shined over the village for Itachi and illuminated his path going forward comes into play. So what do you guys think? Does this make you look at the cut across Itachi's forehead proctor a little bit differently, as well as his time in the Akatsuki? That's it for my video today.